Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to the Summer Fades into Fall Happy Inspiration Hop. Started by Christy Harriman, and then a bunch of us got together with her, and all are in the hop. I am using those two pictures there. I couldn't make up my mind which one. One of them, Landon's smiling, and the other one, Hope's laughing out loud. And I thought, why couldn't they both be doing the same thing on the same photo? But no, they're not. So I decided to just go ahead and use both on my layout. And since the title of the hop is Summer Fades into Fall, well, she has a sleeveless little dress on and he has a hoodie. And so my title is going to go along those lines. And I am going to use that card right there. It says, "Hello, beautiful, gorgeous fall." And then I'm going to add to it, because y'all know I like long titles. So long summer, like goodbye, so long summer, and knowing what to wear. Because, her being in a sleeveless dress and him being in a hoodie. Around here where we live, one day it'll be as hot as it is in the summer sometimes, and then the next day it'll be crisp and cool, and leaves will be falling when it's hot too, but it'll definitely remind you of fall. So you don't know which way to dress from one day to the next. Like today it was in the 80s, but they said tonight that there was going to be a storm coming through and the temperature will be dropping, but then it's supposed to go back up again. So their clothes definitely reflect our weather. I wanted to put 3 across the center of the page. So I'm just doing a little bit of layering. I'm going to use a couple of border punches, a couple of my favorite ones, and different colors. I'm going to use the cream that's in the background and this orange, and then that kind of wild paper. I like the colors in it. They're definitely autumn, and most of it's going to be hid, but it's got little plus signs and X's on it. And I've seen another paper that's Cartabella that's just like this, only it's black and white. So I like it better in the black and white. I like the colors on this, but it's just a little bit busy. But I cut the photos down a little bit just so I'd have room to show it in the background, because I do like the colors. But they're like 3.75 inches across, so I cut a quarter inch off of each, but it kind of made them look a little on the skinny side, so it looks like I cut more than that. But I didn't. You can tell by the little, well, maybe I did. Or maybe I cut more than that. Maybe I cut them down to 3.5. I am not sure now, but I know I cut them down. These are some really old alphas. They're from Jelly Bean Soup, and I bought quite a few packages from Peachy Cheap one time, and they really come in handy for titles because there's so many on there, and they stick pretty good too. And then I pulled out some October Afternoon, and what's funny, I pulled out one, and I thought, oh, it's just too white. Then I got to thinking, oh, I could go ahead and ink them after I do them. And I went to pull them out and seen these, and they were the new pack. Well, I've had them a while, but they were still unopened pack. Let's say unopened pack. And I noticed they were creamier. And so I just decided to go ahead and use them. And the thing is, I'm going to go ahead and ink them later anyway. I'm going to keep looking at it. And I was showing you that die and folder. It's called Texture Fades. And it's a Sizzix steel rule die. And they do have it with a larger one. It's tree rings. And I've been wanting it so long, and I finally talked myself into getting it. I Especially this past month, the whole month of September, I kept thinking, oh, I really want it, but then I think I really can't afford to get it. But I really want it. And I finally do, Amazon can deliver in 2 days, and I finally decided I am going to get it. I still had October and November probably to do autumn layouts, and I would regret it if I didn't get it, and they discontinued it and I couldn't get it. So I just went ahead and got it. And I am so glad I did, because I can just think of all kinds of ways to use them. But the one that's bigger, they mostly show it to use like for ornaments and stuff like that. But it's the exact same thing. It's just bigger. And I think they came out with it first, and then they come out with these, and these are called mini tree ring texture fades. And but yeah, it comes with the embossing folder and the die. So you all you have to do is ink it then. And so I inked extra on the outside so it looks like tree bark. And I used craft paper to start with. And I think it turned out pretty good. I might try it with that vanilla with vanilla background paper that you see there, the cardstock, next time and just see how I like that. But yeah, I thought, well, this gives it a kind of worn, weathered look, like this has been laying out there in the weather, and you know how it gets darker and darker. So I like the craft with it. But then I thought, well, a fresh cut piece, the vanilla might work better. So I will be trying it different ways. And the only thing I had in mind when I started this layout was to put three photos across, well, three things across, including my 4x6 card. Well, it was cut apart. And my long title. And then I wasn't sure about anything else. Because when I first got the idea in my head, I didn't have this yet. And then I got everything out. So it's been sitting out for a couple of days waiting on this to come in. And yeah, I had to go in the other room and get it because I hadn't brought it in here in my scrappy area yet after I got started on the layout. But yeah, oh, and see this paper here? It's really old. It's really thin. And I thought I'll probably never use it unless I cut it apart in something. And my first thought was to cut the leaves from it. But that Cardabella paper had, well, it's scenery pictures that I didn't think I'd ever use probably. But I could punch them out into leaves and ink them. So that's what I ended up doing with the Cardabella paper. But I decided to use this for the grass since I already got it out. And this punch, it was in the closet, and I finally went and got it out of the closet with some more. They were in a box in the closet. And I finally went in there and dug them out. And it drives me crazy. It's kind of backwards from all the other punches you use. The part that's going to cut is the part that usually is left on the paper afterwards. And I go to line it up and it drives me crazy. So it ended up in the box with a bunch one time when, well, my mom had passed away and I put everything in the room that I normally scrapped in that people said they were going to come by and pick up. And they haven't never done it. So I think I'm just going to give it all away. I'm going to give them a date to pick it up by. And if they don't get it, I'm going to give it away. But anyway, I went in there and dug these out because I put different things up so that they'd be out of the way, including these old punches. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. I think I've used it twice in like 2 weeks. And whereas before, I think I used it twice in a year. But yeah, I probably haven't used it in 5 years at least. But yeah, I thought I'd put it in the closet since it wasn't one I used very often. Um, I'm going to put this doily on here, and I am going to end up tearing it. Yeah, I decided I need a little more ink there, and there I tore it. But that don't stop me. I go ahead and use them even if they're tore. If they're not tore too bad, and I think I can just lay them on there and you can't tell the difference. But I was going to go ahead and use this other one on here. When I was putting the doily on, I thought I could put that on and just use part of it, and it'll reflect the one that's down there in the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch some more leaves out. I still have a few down there, but it's not quite enough. And I'm going to have the leaves look like they're falling from all the way up there down to the other corner. And I think that's about it that I'll end up doing on the layout. But the little sticker that I'm putting up there is Shades of Autumn. And I'm going to, well, over to the left, you'll see a little burgundy colored sticker, which goes with the burgundy and the card in the middle. And it just has a heart this. So I went ahead and used that. And the thing is, I had one to use in the place I end up putting this in, and I won't see it till right at being done with the layout. And I really couldn't see a place I could put it on here that I like. So it's just going to go back with the other autumn stuff. But yeah, see that cut apart I'm punching those out of? They're great colors for leaves turning colors, but they really aren't something I thought I'd end up using on the layout. And I'm putting some of the leaves, I'm just putting glue on them, and then others I'm putting foam tape under them to give them some dimension. But yeah, I just wanted them to kind of go through the page like they're falling. And then I think Heidi Swap's all I got left to put on there, except that sticker you see. Well, I don't know where it went now, but I guess I still see it because it catches my attention and I end up putting it on the page. Yeah, see that I seen that one over there and I went to put it on there and it caught my attention before I got it on there and I went ahead and put it instead. But I had to ink it, and the ink I'm using there is close to my heart parchment, and then the other ink I was using was tea dye, and it's a distress ink. And yeah, the Heidi Swap Gold, and I was trying to put this on there and I just kept getting a few, just the little tiny sprinkles. And then I thought, well, maybe I need to tilt my bottle. It's getting empty. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. Be sure to check out all the other links below to see what the other gals did for their summer fade into fall. And yeah, enjoy the hop. Have lots of fun. Get lots of inspiration. But thank y'all so much for watching. If you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. And pull your papers out. Do a fall layout. Get in this fall. Use fall as inspiration. I look outside and I think, oh my goodness, last week, just a few days ago, nothing was turning colors. And I go out there today and they are starting to turn and more leaves are starting to fall. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous season. Thank y'all for watching. Have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.